I am so tired of these boys taking advantage. I wouldn't even say taking advantage, but literally underappreciating and misleading these females who, one, have their shit together, two, are only interested in really supporting and uplifting their man. And just literally just leading them on. Like, if you're not ready for that kind of female in your life, that's totally fine. But stop misleading them on and stop acting like you're about that when you're not. Because I've seen too many amazing females who are gorgeous, who are about their being taken advantage and underappreciated. I'm 100% projecting based on something that just happened, but I've seen this happen too many times with too many amazing females. So y'all need to stop.
I am absolutely convinced that men don't actually want relationships. Like, men want their lives as is. They want to go about their day exactly as it is, do whatever they would normally do, and just want somebody there when it's convenient for them or, you know, for the things they want to do. Like, convince me I'm wrong.
Where are all the good men? If you a good man, please step to the front. And if you wondering about us good women, we're around. I mean, we probably at home. We'll come out, do what we got to do. We mind our own business, and then we right back at home. So if you happen to run into one of us good women, you better think fast, okay? Because it might be a missed opportunity.
Fuck it, I'm tired of being single. At this point, I'll try just about anything. Romeo, oh Romeo, where art thy Romeo?
What's good, guys? It's your boy Justin J coming to you with another video. Let's cook, boys. Let's cook. All right, women get confused when they can't control you in modern dating. Whenever a woman is saying or asking, where are all the good men? She basically just means, where are the men that I'm attracted to that I can control? But it doesn't work in that order. When you find a man attractive, half of the reason why a woman is going to find a man attractive is because she can't control him. She has to follow his lead. You understand? And she likes him enough to just follow through. But when women aren't used to following a guy's lead or his structure, they tend to get frustrated. And then they also ask, where are all the attractive men? Guys, don't sweat it. And since we're on the topic of attractive men and becoming more attractive, let me put you guys onto a great deal.
The sponsor of today's video is Teej Hanley. Teej Hanley skincare systems are designed around routines, the same way you live your life. Simple, yet uncomplicated. They require a few minutes in the morning and then before bed, so you can stay focused on what really matters to you. Seriously, implementing a visibly effective skincare routine will start boosting your confidence in every aspect of your life. I recommend you start off with their level 1 system. It comes with everything: a daily face wash, an exfoliating scrub, an AM moisturizer with SPF 20, and then a PM moisturizer. Oh yeah, and they make it simple for guys like us. They have this cheat sheet in every box telling you when to use it, how much to use, and in exactly what order. Teej Hanley has all your skincare needs covered, including acne. This is their acne clearing breakout busting routine called Teej Clear. It's a powerful system that gives you everything you need to fight and win against acne. But don't take my word for it. Trust the millions of guys that use Teej Hanley with over 16,000 5-star reviews. And Teej Hanley thinks that you'll agree, which is why they're giving you their handsome guarantee. Love it or you'll get a free refund. No questions asked. You deserve to have clear skin and to feel good about yourself. When it comes to skincare, prevention is everything. So start fighting the signs of aging today. Your future self will thank you. And since Teej Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering you a great deal. Save up to 40% off your first box, get 20% off as a member for life, and a free gift. Don't miss out. Get started today.
So we got some clips to react to. Let's get into the first one.
Can we bring back catcalling? Not specifically but like flirting. Men don't do it anymore. And I noticed this because they don't walk up to bars and they don't flirt, like at the gym, anywhere. Men don't walk up to anyone anywhere. But they don't even catcall. Like the creepy men who used to catcall don't even do that anymore. Men have gotten like afraid to talk to women. Like, I'm not saying I need a man to catcall me, but a confidence boost every once in a while won't do me any harm.
Men do flirt. She's talking about catcalling, and men do flirt, but you're not in control of that. This is a young guy sport. Sitting around trying to catcall women to garner some attention, have some conversation with them. Grown men don't care about that. Grown men do not care about that. You're not that special and you're not that important. See, this clip is a woman being confused as to why don't guys catcall us anymore. And peep what she said. You know, not that I need it. And especially from guys that she's not attracted to physically. But it's just a pick-me-up. They want your validation and they want your attention. And when they can't get it, they get confused. And this goes to something else I always talk about. There will be a woman that you're interacting with. Women will unmatch you on a dating app if you don't get back to them in a timely manner. A woman at your job will be talking to you and you think it's going somewhere. And then once you notice that she's playing games, you cut it off. You stop talking to her, right? Then she's coming around like all confused. A woman that probably wants you to compete for her, but you won't. She comes back around. You're acting weird now. She's confused because you're not chasing and acting like the rest of the guys. It's funny. She just wants your attention. Whether she has genuine interest in you or she just is using you for attention, the moment that you show her that you're different, that you value yourself, she will become confused. This is why when you're in public, I know guys like choosing signals and stuff like this, you don't even pay attention to it. I don't know if you're like me, but when I'm out, I just ignore everybody. I'm kind of in my own world. So women expect you to get from being in your own world to give them all of this attention and validation. It don't go like that. It just doesn't go like that. Let's get into clip number 2.
What really doesn't sit right with me is that I feel like I'm attractive, and I live in South Florida, Broward County, Miami-Dade County area. In my opinion, I feel like I live in the trickiest land of them all, where the trickiest tricksters are. And I still pay my own bills. I don't get it. It's not sitting right with me and my representation. I don't know what's wrong with y'all niggas. Like, they paying everybody else bills, but by the time they get to me, they calling me big money. No. We're not going to do that. What we're going to do is call me Big Billy, because I got big bills that need to be paid, and I ain't got no shame in letting you pay them bills, sir.
Oh my God. This woman said that because she's in the land of the tricks, she doesn't understand why her bills aren't being paid by a man. Why is she still paying her bills? Look at how she views men with money. The land of the tricks. That's number 1. Number 2, men with money pay you to leave. Men with money don't pay you to stay. Only simps pay you to stay. So if men with money know that it gets women in and out, wouldn't they just go get a woman that's actually their type? See, this is a common occurrence with women. They get confused because they think that men who they're attracted to are supposed to be attracted to them back. That's not how that works. It's not how that works. And if a guy's paying, wouldn't he pay for something that he's actually attracted to? See, I didn't want to get on her looks too bad, but we have to be honest here all the way across the board. Let's say men were going to use money as a tool to get access to the women that they want. Well, you just ain't a woman that he wants. Let's get into clip number 3.
All these guys out here who literally just want to hook up with women and toss them away, you should be gay, because that's what men do. Gay guys have hookup sites where they literally meet up with each other, have sex, hook up, and never see each other again. And they're both okay with that. You do that to a straight woman, you're not going to get the same result. We want connection. We want meaning. We want vulnerability, emotional availability, and intimacy. We don't just want to be texted for a few months to get in our pants and then do stuff with us physically and then just toss us aside for the next poor girl that has no idea that you're onto her. You need to be gay. You need to be gay for a few months or a few years. That way you can go to your gay clubs and get all your sexual fantasies fulfilled, get all your sexual desires fulfilled. Stop using women to do it, because seriously, we're sick of it. We're all going celibate. We're all going to start requiring money up front. Like, you're not going to cause this pain and suffering. Like, I'm going to friggin' sue somebody soon. Seriously. If all you care about is sex, please be gay. On behalf of all women, just be gay. Nobody cares if you're going to be gay. Just be gay.
This clip made me laugh, bro, because women are going to try to say this when the men that they're attracted to aren't trying to commit to them, aren't trying to settle down with them, aren't trying to put them first. This will even happen somewhere where there's a woman that's interested in you. Or she sees that other women are interested in you, so therefore she'll put out bait. Or even when a woman just naturally puts out bait and you don't bite off of it, well, he must be gay. He's not acting this way, so he must be gay. No, that's not the thing here. The men that you're attracted to, well, I'm speaking about the woman in the clip, right? The men that you're attracted to aren't trying to settle down. They're not trying to commit to you. They're just having sex with all of these women and keeping things casual and recycling women or getting rid of women and bringing in a new woman. It doesn't matter. Those men have the option to do so. What about the other men? So the other men that wouldn't do that would be more your speed, right? But they're probably outside of your type. You know, the common occurrence with these chicks. So a man who has options, a man who doesn't value women like that, he doesn't care about relationships, he must be gay. That makes sense, right? Shaming language, i.e., if I can't get you to submit to me and my standards, I'm going to shame you. I'm going to open up my phone and get on camera and tell guys that they're nothing. They're gay. Like, what? Your type doesn't work out for you. So now it's time to come up with a new strategy. See, everybody always says, this person's my type. Well, if you're used to getting your way with this type of person, that would make sense. A lot of people don't have a type. It's what they would like. So she would like certain men to commit to her, but it's not happening. So now we need to shame men for absolutely no reason because of their preference. Their preference is to date casual. Their preference is not to take things so serious where a woman gets her feelings involved. But that naturally happens when a woman is into you. Yeah, rather than accept that, she's going to shame you. But that's also her confusing herself as to why this keeps happening. She thinks that there's something wrong with her type. No, she's confusing herself. Her type doesn't want anything like that. And that's the problem with a lot of chicks out here. Let's get into clip number 4.
I have a genuine question of what the hell is going on. Like, I have friends who are absolute worldies and like they're going on dating apps and guys are just like dating, like texting them, going on dates and then like ghosting them. Like, I feel like this has been happening since COVID. I feel like there's an actual epidemic of like people just not being able to get into relationships. It's like they're pretty much just like looking for pen pals and then they're like ghosting people. But like these girls, I'm biased, but like a lot of my friends are hotties and they have guys who are just like ghosting them and like they're like 2s out of 10 and they're ghosting like 10 out of 10. But like I feel like this is happening all the world over. People are just like out here looking for pen pals and like not able to commit, or I don't know what's going on. But why is this? Like, genuinely, I'm hearing it so often and I'm just like trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Anybody know?
Okay, so this woman is saying that her friends are hot, they can't get dates, they can't get commitment, and the guys that are ghosting them are also 2s and 3s and they're not that hot themselves. We're going to be all the way across the board honest here. Guys don't care about your looks. Immature men care about your looks and nothing else. Yeah, she could be a good looking chick, but what is she doing? See, what she's saying in this clip is, my friends are hot, so they should be able to pull a committed relationship. A committed relationship is work where you're going to be working to keep the guy, to retain the guy. You can get attention from the guy, but can you retain the guy? That's the problem that a lot of women face. And she's talking about her friends. Whenever somebody does this on camera, she's talking about herself. Throw her in there as well. And whatever, I'm not trying to disrespect anybody, but it is what it is. You know, I don't see anything too special. Now, you know what could make up for that? If you had a bunch of other qualities that made you attractive, if you were willing to put in the work. They're not. So when she's out here saying, oh, my friends are this and my friends are that, but they can't get this, they don't have any other redeeming qualities about them. And it confuses them because, see, what she's saying is how women actually think. Well, I look this way, so I should be getting this. Too much time on social media. That's not how things go. See, the men at the top, women see them doing for certain women and they think, well, I deserve that too. That's not all men. All men don't operate that way. So when she's over here saying, well, my friends are hot and even the guys that aren't hot are rejecting her, this just means that she ain't that hot. And women tend to see themselves not how we see them. So her friends could be average looking and she'll still go out there and say, my friends are pretty attractive. It's not how that goes. And they only confuse themselves when they don't understand reality. Let's get into clip number 5.
These are the most annoying things that people tell me as a single 30-year-old. Starting off strong, learn to be content in your singleness. This is a common Christian phrase. Newsflash, I'm not content. It's not enjoyable. I'm a yapper. I want somebody to come home and yap to. My mom is starting to ignore my calls. I need somebody at home who's contractually obligated to listen to me yap. The other one, love will come when you least expect it. Cheryl, I have pretty much lost all hope. I no longer expect it. What I expect is to die alone. I have had this expectation for the last 2 years. And I'm starting to think that you're wrong about this one. This one's for my married friends of like, oh, don't rush into marriage. Don't rush into a relationship. Enjoy all of it. I miss my peace. I'm sorry that you're miserable. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you hate the person you married. That's not my journey. Because who I marry, I plan on really liking them forever. You're young. You're so young. You have all the time in the world. No, I don't. I don't. I'm 30. I'm so young. Okay, I date somebody. When do you expect me to marry them? I start dating somebody today. We get married a year from now. And then what? We want to be married in our marital bliss for like 2 years. Then we want to try to have a baby. I'm already in my mid-30s by the time we start talking about having babies. If I'll get married exactly 1 year from today and then wait 2 years to enjoy my marital bliss with my husband. I'm not saying I'm old, but I'm not young. 30's not young. And I would really appreciate it if y'all stop trying to gaslight me into thinking that it is. And then this is for all my single male friends. Oh, Holly, you'll find someone. You're so this, you're so that. If I'm so that, Todd, I'm so this. Why don't you want me? You don't need to ask me out. Unless you know who you are, unless.
Women in their 30s have to control the situation. They can't control the situation, but in their minds, they have to control the situation. And I'm putting guys on a lot of knowledge that is already out there, but they have to control it because they're on a time clock. She was saying that, I'm going to be in my mid-30s by the time we even start talking about having babies and this, that, and the third, and then a year or two, and she's all calculating things because she doesn't have time to waste. She honestly doesn't have any time to waste. So she wants to control, and she actually has to a certain degree, but she has no control. She can only control a simp, a sucker. Yes, she would need to control things for it to go a certain type of way, but that's when you're younger. You would want to control things when you're younger. I want to get a good job. I want to make a little bit of money, but I want to meet a guy that's for me in there, right? I want to have kids young. I want to do things the right way. I want to get a house. I want to get married or then have kids. I want to control this timeline so I can enjoy some of my 30s with my husband, with my guy. You understand? But they wait until later to try to control everything, and you can't control anything. Here's another thing. Men are going to be able to be controlled when they're younger. Older men, the Disney fantasy is gone. Let a dude go through a couple experiences. It's over. So why not do this when you're younger? You have better opportunity to get a guy who wants to work with you, and you guys can both control the situation together to have the outcome that you want. No, you wait until men have already woken up. You're not really desired like that. And then you say, what's going on out here? Confused. Why aren't, I can't find this. And another thing, let's talk about this too. She says in there, her guy friends don't have to try to get at her if it's one guy in particular and that guy knows who he is. Even in this state of desperation, even in this state of being confused, even in this state of not having the options that they think they have, they abide by this stupid strategy. They want what they want and they will not stop until they get it. They will not stop to the point where they'll raise the bar so high and say, no man can meet my expectations, even though they have nobody trying to buy. They have nobody trying to buy. And they're like, you know what? These guys just can't handle me. You know what? These guys are just not man enough. You know what? These guys are whatever. Nobody stepping up to the plate. But that was very funny at the end. No, none of my guy friends have to try unless you're this one guy friend and you know who you are. Desperate and still trying to, I really, at this point, right? Guys, you do not have to do too much for these chicks. And you're going to see it through your interactions with women. When you won't allow yourself to be controlled, you see them start to have a problem with you. And this is why. These are things in the background. This is exactly why. Let's get into another clip of a woman in her 30s.
What's the worst part about being single in your 30s? It's the fact that you start to settle down even though you have no one to settle down with. You can feel yourself wanting to slow down. You are tired, okay? And that's not even the worst part. You know what the worst part is, especially if you were someone who really liked going out, is that a lot of the men who I have kissed in this lifetime has been from a drunken encounter. There is nothing better than a dance floor makeout, okay? But because I don't like going out as much anymore, I have no one to kiss. The last man I kissed was in May, guys. It's honestly kind of tragic. It's like everyone else who is settled down, but they're in a relationship. Oh, good night, kiss. Oh, good morning, kiss. Kiss, kiss, kiss all the time. Me? I have no one to kiss because I'm not getting drunk enough to kiss a stranger. I'm also not leaving my house. Like, what am I gonna do? Make out with my DoorDash delivery man? I don't know how that's gonna work because I want them to leave it at the door. And then I'm not opening my door until I know that they are long gone.
Here's your wives. Here's your wives. You know, I was out here having drunken interactions, and this is where I got a majority of my kisses. Drunken nights on the dance floor. But now, where are the guys that I could just come home and here's a kiss and here's a kiss, and you know, these people out here, they don't know how good they have it. They're in relationships and I can't have one, and blah, 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 blah. These are the wives to pick from. These are the ladies that you have to make wives. You don't have to make anybody anything, but these are the choices. These are the choices. And then they're sitting around wondering why you won't commit. Let's talk about attractive men. And when I'm saying attractive, I don't mean your looks. I'm talking about your mindset. Somebody who knows the ins and outs. Somebody who has knowledge of the game, right? A guy can smell you coming from a mile away. That's why you can't find anything out here. That's why you can't find a guy that wants to commit to you and lock you down. Men are smarter than ever nowadays. These experiences, whether good or bad, put men in a position of, you know what, I know better for next time. And smart men can learn from other people's experiences. See, I've always been big on saying statistics and everything they can give you a picture, but not a clear picture until you've went through something yourself. But two things can be true at the same time. I don't need to put myself in a situation to understand that it's not good for me. I seen a comment not too long ago that said, you've never been through a divorce, so you don't need to speak on it. No, I do need to speak on it because I'm not dumb enough to put myself in a situation. And you're actually watching my video, so it probably gave you clarity as to where you were going wrong in the beginning. When a woman doesn't follow your lead, get rid of her. Do I need to get married to understand that? If a woman is making a fuss over anything, get rid of her. Oh, I'm cold-hearted. Really? See how the other strategy goes for you. Men don't have to get married and get divorced and get taken to the cleaners and have things taken away from them, having their heart broken, ripped out time and time and time again to come to the realization of this isn't good. No. Smart men with the knowledge needs to put it out there so men wake up. And this is why I do the clips. And this is why I try to get through to guys and tell them black, white, no gray area. Because when you operate in the gray area, you can be toyed with. You can be manipulated. You can be played with. Hey, it's better to be safe than sorry. It's better to be safe than sorry. Something isn't working. Any advice I give you, it's always to protect you. A woman comes over and says, we're not doing anything tonight. Escort her out. Kindly, of course, respectfully, of course, escort her out. Oh, why? Because, oh, no, but Justin, she just wants you to break through her resistance. Okay, you break through her resistance and then you make things happen. And then what if she regrets this? What if she felt pressured? What if she's being shamed? What's a woman's go-to? And what can happen to you? A woman is telling you, I don't want to do this. I want to do this instead. And I tell you to get rid of her. You do that instead. You get used to this pattern. Now you get into a relationship with her and you're still accepting it. But she's leveraging sex, you know. Now you get married. She takes the sex away. You have nothing to leverage. And you're already conditioned for this pattern. So you say, I might as well, go along and get along. Could have all been cut in the beginning. But back to this. The reason why women are confused is because the older that they get, they can't control men anymore. Even with the advice that I give, I'm telling guys straight up how it is. I see it all the time. Guys are like, thank God, bro, that you snapped me out of this. Recently I had a one-on-one call and the guy thought that I could tell he thought that I was being kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to use mean, but super direct with him. And I could tell it made him a little bit uncomfortable because what I'm noticing in his pattern of speech is he sounds like a woman. He sounds like a woman. And I asked him a specific question of, when you talk to women, do you talk differently how like we're talking right now? And he goes, yes. And I told him that's no good. He got a little bit agitated by it. I can tell. And a lot of my coaching calls go well because the way that I train, I'm not with the nonsense, right? So I did a video, two of the videos last week, and he DMs me and says, bro, thank you so much for that call. Like, I watched the 2 videos and I went over what you said and everything makes sense, and I realized where I was messing up. You understand? Because I told him within the call, if you actually listen to the videos, you will find value, but you're watching the videos and you're not listening. And he's like connecting the dots, I can tell. Because in those 2 videos, I said something specific that I said on the call that he couldn't see properly, but with the clips and with what I'm saying, he saw exactly what I meant. He saw exactly what I meant. Saves himself now a bunch of headache, a bunch of trouble. He's no longer confused. The women are confused. You give an opportunity, they don't want to take it, go away. They're only going to end up confused when they're going through all these options and then they ain't getting them nowhere. The guys that want to chase behind them, it gets them, it gets the men nowhere. So remember that. These women are the ones that are confused out here when you won't cooperate with their program, because their program, their agenda, and their strategy is to take advantage of you for a lot of it. Because check this, when a woman's not trying to take advantage of you, she'll even open her wallet. She'll drive to you. She'll cooperate with you. You will never hear no from a woman. But when they want you to cooperate with them, they want you on their timing. Men are not going for it. And that's why they're all out here scrambling like, and wait a minute, especially the attractive guys. But now, even the guys that we don't want aren't going. Men cannot be controlled. And the funniest part about it is, let's say a woman didn't look at you like you were all that, right? But she's trying to run game on you and you don't go for it. Like I always tell you guys, it's something about it that makes a woman go, wait a minute. Him? So it's a win-win for men. Just know this. You should never be in the position of being confused. Never. Because everything is clear when you don't operate in the gray area. Women operate in the gray area, and that's why they're always confused. And we don't need to be like them, because you are him, they are them. And it's just that simple. It's your boy, Justin J. Get with you boys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
I'm going on a first date. This man is 6'4". If everybody could just say a prayer that he's my husband, I would like a nice fat ring on my finger. I would like a nice little baby. Just if everyone could pray. I know a lot of you guys pray. For those of you who don't, just send some energy out for me. I'm ready. Okay, I'm ready for my husband.